Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Ryan Kruesi Originals. It is another update check-in with you guys. Have breakfast with me morning. It's been a little while. I've been real busy. If you guys don't know the drill, I'm eating breakfast. I don't got much time in my life, and I'm gonna knock this out and let you guys know where we're at and what's going on with everything. It is it's like July 11th. Went to San Diego, went out there, filmed a game of Stunt. That'll be coming out on YouTube probably within a few days after this. Jake's been working hard on all that edit, making that thing very masterful. We also did a video with Jake Masters and all the Senders Only guys. We taste tested a whole bunch of food from Australia that Jake brought over, and it was probably the funniest video we've ever done. I think it is amazing. We tasted some stuff that was really good. We tasted some stuff that was not good at all. It was about as good as this bowl full of eggs right now. But that event went really well. It was a good time. That bike's still out there for sale. I think they got a pretty hefty price tag on it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I haven't heard much about it. They had a little bit of a regime change in the middle of that show almost, which kind of panicked everybody, and it went a little weird, but it worked out in the end. We had a huge crowd turnout for the game of Stunt on Sunday. Thank you for everybody that came out. It was dope. Honestly, the game of Stunt is a little less like high intensity, like the brawl and stuff like that, because it's trick for trick. Like they do one trick, and then everybody has to try and pull that trick off. It's very technical. It's a much more technical version of stunt riding than anyone's ever got to see, really, because like stunt shows and stuff, it's usually like maximum chaos, and the brawl is like maximum chaos. They're just tearing it down, and it's real high intensity all the time. There's a lot of riders. This was 5 guys doing one very, very technical trick after very, very technical trick and trying to pull it off, and the dudes did some shit that like you'll never get to see. And I honestly thought that we would lose some of the crowd from time to time because it is a little slow. It's kind of like watching a golf game with stunt riding. But you guys were there, like die hard, all the way through, start to finish. The place was packed, and it was dope, dude. Like, it's really awesome to see how stunt riding is becoming. It's less of just a thing that goes on at motorcycle shows, and it's an event and it's an attraction that people come and watch, and it's becoming more of a sport that people are really getting into. Whether you stunt ride or I use UFC as an analogy the other day, and I thought this was great. There's a million UFC fans out there that know everything about MMA but have never fought a fucking day in their life. But they're very into it. They know the moves. They know the shit, and they can talk about it, and they fan out on it, and they love watching the technical side of it. That's happening to stunt riding now, where it's becoming, I would say it's almost becoming like a real sport. It's not, but it's getting there to a point where the fans and people are getting behind it enough to where if you stunt ride or not, people still know what the shit is. They still know what the tricks are. They still like want to see that technical side of things, and it's rad that it's evolving into that. And we really got to see that Sunday at the game of Stunt with the amount of crowd that was there and the people that were just glued, man, waiting for that next trick, waiting to see what these dudes are going to pull off. And a lot of them knew like what the tricks were and stuff because they just follow the stuff, and it's rad. There's getting to be a real fan base, and the more of a fan base it gets, the more that the crazier it will get as a sport, and the more it will grow, and the more that people will get to do rad shit. Like we get to put on more stunt competitions. You guys get to come watch, which we'll do some more. We're fully insured now, so if any venues out there want to hire us to do a stunt show or a competition, we are fully insured and ready to go. DM the shop, call the shop, email the shop, any of that shit. Trying to get you dialed in. We have some of the best riders in the game, period. I've been doing this shit longer than just about everyone out there, except for a few exceptions. And all these kids have passed me up hard. I'm kind of coming to a point now where I'll get out there and throw down some drifts and a few things for you guys, but I feel like my stunt riding days are definitely slowing down a little bit. Every time I go out there, I'm hurt for like 3 weeks. I rode the show at San Diego 2 weeks ago, and my back is still fucked. My spine's falling apart. Years of abuse. Take care of that shit. Keep your fucking spine strong. That's for sure. It'll get you. Next thing we have coming up is we're in July. Next, we're going to Sturgis. We need to buy a toy hauler. If you know anybody that's got a toy hauler for sale that could hold at least 3 Harley Davidsons, like baggers and shit, preferably 4. I want more cargo space, less living space. Just needs a shower and a place to sleep. I want to be able to hold bikes in it. Like, we got to be able to bring bikes to shows, and I'm sick of paying thousands of dollars to go to a show and stay in a hotel. You guys, like, I don't think anybody understands how expensive it is for us to go to these shows. We don't get paid or shit. Like, San Diego, that cost us about $3,000 to go out to that show, to stay out there, fuel, and back. Sturgis alone will cost us $3,000 in fuel, $1,500 for a campsite, and then trying to just eat and survive out there. Sturgis is usually a $5,000 to $10,000 trip. Which, do we have that to blow on a trip? Fuck no. I don't even want to go to Sturgis. I've been to Sturgis enough times. I don't give a shit about Sturgis. It is just shit that you have to do when you're in the brand of industry like this. You need to be seen and get in front of people. Like, we have to go to Sturgis. I was supposed to build a little custom Strider bicycle for a charity event out there at the Buffalo Chip, which that's not going to happen. I have no time to get that shit done. I'm the only dude wrenching here. Trent is shipping and filling orders all day long, and I am working on one bike at a time, and I have, just on this side of the shop here, not counting the other side, 2, 4, 6, 8 bikes that I should have had done already, but it's like old Harley Davidsons. One project is, this bolt turns into a 3-day project because they're pieces of shit, let's be honest. Next door, I got 5 more projects over next door that I need to get done too, and I've been fucking putting hours in like crazy. So that being said, I'm not going to get the Strider done. Also, that being said, if you guys want work done here, we are still taking work in. It is just, you really got to call the shop and get on the schedule. We're like 2 bikes a month at the very most, depending on what the project is and what goes down and what you want to do. We've got a big board over there with everybody's names on it that are scheduled to come in. So projects are still happening. We are still taking customers. They're just, I'm not going to change oil in your, I'm not going to do an oil change in your bike. That's not the type of shit that we do here. Like, if you want some real work done, like handlebars, suspension, motor, a build, anything like that, call a shop. We can get you dialed. As far as just straight service work goes, we don't really do that stuff at all. Unless you're an existing customer, then we'll do some service for you. Which, I got 3 bikes in here that are builds that I've done already that were full builds for customers that are in here for service work. So we keep that going, but we're not taking any new service work. Only work, if that makes sense. After Sturgis, we're heading to Durango. 4 Corners Motorcycle Rally. It's my favorite. Hands down my favorite. Also, it cost us about $5,000 to $8,000 to go to that show. We got thousands of dollars in fuel, tow a trailer and all our shit up there. Cost about $1,500 for a hotel. We have to pay employees that we have to bring up there to take care of the booth and do this shit because we have to be at all these events. That's crazy money. And we don't make money at these shows. I mean, people come up and buy shirts from us and stuff, and thank you so much because it definitely helps. But you figure we maybe make $600 in clothing sales. So that pays for like a night and a half in the hotel. It is literally an investment to create content for the YouTube, for you guys, and to get in front of more people and just be out there and be seen. And that's just really building a brand. You have to be at everything. You have to earn and save the money to be able to afford to be at everything, because it is a huge investment when you're trying to like build a name in the motorcycle industry. It is a lot of money and a lot of time on the road. Before coronavirus, me and Trent in the summertime, we would spend 23 weekends on the road straight. We would come home for 3 to 4 days, work just crazy fucking hours, and then be straight back on the road for 2 to 4 or 5 days, depending on whatever show it was. No matter what it was, we went to it. We went to everything, which we also had more employees here at the shop, and we had some mechanics and shit that helped out while we were gone and kept things going. We don't have that anymore. Since we lost Bill and Dave in the motorcycle wrecks, we just haven't found anybody. To be honest, like, nobody worth a fuck. There's no mechanics out there that are at the level I want that haven't started their own shop already or moved into an industry that pays real money. I would gladly pay someone a lot of money to come in here and take over my service department and take over all the wrenching, but man, you got to be somebody. You got to have some serious skills and some serious experience and some serious tools and really know what the fuck you're doing. And most people don't. I'm going to be real honest. Like, there's a huge quality difference in a lot of mechanics out there, especially in the motorcycle industry. I am trying to talk some shit. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like what we do compared to what other people do, a lot of what other people do, it just ain't gonna fly here. So it's hard to find someone. And I literally had a guy come up to me at the shop and said, hey man, I heard you're hiring a mechanic, looking for a mechanic. I'm like, we're not really looking anymore. I kind of gave up. He goes, well, my daughter, she's really wanting to get in this. She's 18 years old. I think she just graduated high school. I think she'd be a really good mechanic. I was like, did she go to MMI? No. Has she worked in a motorcycle shop before? Nope. I'm like, why would you think she would be a good mechanic for me? I mean, I don't sound like a dick, dude, but come on, man. Like, you got to have some fucking education and some experience. This is not just like, I'm just going to be a motorcycle mechanic. I'm just going to go work at Kruesi Originals and be a motorcycle mechanic. I'm just going to go to a motorcycle shop and I'm going to be a mechanic. No, you're not. This shit, like the custom side of shit, dude, it's like 10 years of sacrifice and starving and like putting in that grunt apprentice work somewhere to really master the trade and to get into this stuff. It's not just, I did an oil change, I'm a mechanic. No, you're not. You're a fucking Harley tech. You're a service mechanic. Big difference between a service mechanic and a custom bike builder. I'm not a service mechanic. Am I good at diagnosing problems on old Harley Davidsons? I mean, mediocre. If it's an electrical computer problem, it's going to Harley Davidson, and it's going to go on Digital Tech, and they're going to diagnose it for me, and then I'm going to fix whatever they find. I'm not that guy. I know I'm not that guy. So if you're not that, I can build a bike from the crank out, and if I run into a problem, I can make the part myself to make it happen, and it will look like a production part, then that's what I need. But if you're not that guy, don't come at me and act like you're that guy, please. If anybody is out there, preferably local, because I'm not dealing with you moving, and wants a job, I'm kind of hiring. I kind of want to get somebody in here. I kind of like it the way it is though, because if you can see behind me, this is my gym. It used to be two, this was Dave's side of this part of the shop. And there was 2 lifts, toolboxes, and tables. We took out 2 lifts, put in a gym. Look at this. I don't know if I'm gonna do this right. Oh, I'm fucking you over. So it's in the works. Oh, you ain't gonna be able to see shit. But I got a rack. I got a GHD back there. I got a dip bar set up, some planchettes or whatever the fuck they're called for stabilizer stuff. And then I've got a rig coming for over on the other side that should have been here a week ago. It hasn't showed up yet. I'm a little upset, but. And then I have my 2 lifts, my box, and my workstation. And then the other end of the shop, I built a living room. I've got a big leather couch that reclines on both ends. I got another leather couch. I got a 65-inch TV. I got a JBL fucking system for the TV, stereo. And I got a big padded fluffy rug in front of it where I can have some peace and tranquility. You know how priceless it is to have a place at your shop? Workplace period. If you're on your feet all day long on concrete, especially if you can just like sit back in a recliner and pass out for like 20 fucking seconds even, it's game changer. And being able to watch TV while you work, Supernatural gets me through a lot of rough days. I'm going to tell you what, I love that show. Sam! I like cheesy shit. I feel like I'm rambling off somewhere different right now. We're getting to Four Corners. Where did I get, how the fuck did I get on that from Four Corners? I don't know. But if we hired another mechanic, I don't really know where I'd put him, to be honest, either. And I don't really want to do a whole bunch of production work anymore and a bunch of that stuff. I just want to build cool shit and do cool projects for people. And if you want a cool project, I'll do a cool project, you know? Even if it's just, I don't really know where to start with that, honestly. From small to big, if it's cool and I like you, I want to work on your bike. I turn customers away that are assholes. Don't come in here being a dick. You're not going to last 2 seconds. But if you're cool and you just want to have a good time and build cool shit, then let's do something like that together. I'm going to be... We're going to be putting on a party in Durango at Four Corners. It's the same after party that we did with Chopper Kings last year. If anybody was there, it was massive. It was massive. It was intimidating as fuck when I pulled up to the spot at 10 o'clock. I left the flat track. I got to the party at 10 at night. It starts at 10, but I pulled up at 10. I expected to, a couple hundred people, something, some people to show up and we'll have a party in this bar and it'll be a good time. When we pulled up to the spot, it was on a side street, like a city block long street, and the bar was in the middle. And the street was shoulder to shoulder people. You couldn't pull up in the street. You couldn't do shit. Like, we couldn't get into our party. It was so many, we pulled up, I'm like, holy fuck. I was like, I don't know if I want to go to this. Like, this is insane. This is an insane amount of people. We made it to the front gate because like everybody saw it was us, so they kind of like part the Red Sea for us and kind of let us in. That crowd of people that was in the parking, that was blocking out the whole road, they were out there waiting to get into the bar that was completely fucking packed like this. Like, holy shit. And it's a big ass place, dude. It's like a pool hall nightclub type place like that. Packed, crazy packed. So people partied in there, they partied in the street. It was awesome. We had a great time. The people that worked at the bar did a great job dealing with all the people there and the chaos of it, because it was fucking chaos. There's no bullshit about that at all. But a lot of people didn't get in because it was the capacity on the place was just, they went way over their capacity. They were like, fuck it, man, we'll just jam it. And if the fire marshal comes, it is what it is, which was cool of them. But this year, we've got a bigger venue. It's going to be at the fairgrounds where the flat track races is. There's a giant banquet hall there that has a massive capacity. The Four Corners Rally is going to do the whole place up. It's going to have lights, the show, a stage. J Brew is going to be emceeing it. If you don't know who J Brew is, he's a stunt rider. He's the shit. He's one of the homies. He's out of Truckee or Reno or somewhere up in that area. And he DJs professionally. He DJs like Sturgis and a bunch of big shit like that. And he's also got a YouTube called BrewTube. It's pretty dope. It's all like bikes and beats, like him mixing beats and doing stunt riding videos. It's probably one of the only like straight stunt riding YouTubes that I watch, to be honest with you. It's pretty fucking solid. And he is the homie. We'll probably have Graf from LFG come up, do a little guest appearance too. He's a DJ. He does a lot of big shows in California and stuff. He's going to come up, spin a little records. I'm going to MC it, talk a bunch of shit. We'll have a good time. There's going to be full bar, full everything. I mean, it's fucking Colorado. Pretty much anything goes. So it's going to be a blast. It starts at 10. I think it ends at like 1:30 or 2 in the morning. So you can go to the flat track, party down, fuck with all that wild shit. And then there is a concert from 8 to 10, I think, that Dixon Flannel and V-Twin Visionary are putting on. I'm not 100% on what they had to do with that, but I'm pretty sure they're the ones hosting that. There's going to be a concert at the flat track, and then once that's over, it's the after party. So you literally can just have this long day of just getting fucked off and just probably being hungover by the time the after party comes along, to be quite honest with you. And then Sunday, you got to get up feeling like shit, come back to the flat track, because we are going to be getting down with some old school biker games on the flat track. Talking like beer chug races, barrel racing, wiener bites, the balance beam shit, all that stuff. That's something that I've been pushing for, because I think the old school biker game stuff really need to come back to rallies, and they've been gone for a long time. And I'm from a small town in Oregon where the club out there used to put this event on every year, and it was the shit. That's all it was. It was out in a field. It was just old school biker games all day long, just getting hammered and spinning your bike through the grass. And that shit has been missed. I'm sick of the trinkets and knickknacks in a blacktop parking lot fucking motorcycle event that is every motorcycle event in America now. Like, let's see how many vendor spots we can sell. None of them have shit to do with motorcycles, but I'm going to sell as many vendor spots as I can. Like, fuck off, dude. It's got to have to be with motorcycle shit, or fuck off. God, Arizona Bike Week. Good God. If you want to go buy some solar panels and some insulated windows for your house, Arizona Bike Week is the place for that. Dog shit. Not one goddamn motorcycle company out there. Nothing but fucking bullshit that had nothing to do with motorcycles. Arizona, more motorcycles per capita anywhere else on the fucking planet. Motorcycles like you wouldn't believe. They're driving by here nonstop. There's 200 motorcycle shops on our street. There's one in every single fucking parking lot all the way up Cave Creek Road. There are so many Harley Davidson in Arizona, and the motorcycle event, just community period here, sucks so bad. It is just straight hell yeah brotherland, and none of the venues out here get it at all. Not at all. They have not left 2004 at all. It's so bad. It's like everybody that runs events in Phoenix has never looked at a cell phone, or doesn't have Instagram or a television or sense of any kind, because it's just a bunch of trinket, knick-knack, and drunks. Drunks. You want to get drunk? Fine. You ain't fucking shredding on a motorcycle if you're fucking drinking, that's for sure. You ain't doing anything real cool. You're just getting drunk. Getting drunk never got me anything but feeling like shit, and maybe a couple black eyes, and a lot of fake teeth. It did get my teeth kicked out. But I think I'm running out of shit, so I'm gonna quit wasting your guys' time. One more thing, I made a challenge with Richie Rex. He's one of the homies out here. He's a bit overweight. I'm the good friend who likes to push my friends to be better than what they are, or as good as they can be. So I made a challenge with Richie that he would lose 20 pounds. By the time Four Corners came around, he had 50 days to do it. He still has quite a few days to do it. He's going to be out there. If he does win, I'm going to hook him up with some shit. I'm going to hook his bike up with some shit. I'm going to do something to make it really worth his while. I'm going to try and lose 10 pounds myself. I'm like 226 right now. The doctor told me I need to lose like 20 pounds of muscle to take some fucking tension off of my neck, but I'm not doing that. So I'm going to try and lose like 10 pounds of fat, at least lean myself out a little bit, and maybe I do need to take some pressure off my neck because it is in bad shape. It's half titanium already, and the rest of it is fucking 85 years old, basically. So I'm on a little bit of a mission. I did buy an Apple Watch so I could track my calories and all that shit that I burn, because I track all my calories and everything that I eat all day and all that nerd shit. But I used the Apple Watch for the first time today. I fucking hate it. I'm taking that shit back. It is a stupid ass useless piece of shit. I hate that dainty little fucking bitch shit on my wrist. I hate wearing shit on my wrist when I'm trying to work out, and it didn't do shit. It doesn't do shit. It is a fucking joke. Absolute novelty. Wife says she's gonna fix it when she gets home. She can give it about 2 seconds a try, but really it just fucking pissed me off really bad this morning and kind of ruined my whole morning. So I said, fuck that thing. I'm done with it. I hate technology. I don't want more of it in my life. I don't want to deal with that shit at all. Why do I need to be more LinkedIn? I don't need to be more LinkedIn. I don't check my phone, period. I don't answer text messages. I don't answer my phone. If you call me, I'm not answering it because I don't give a fuck. I keep it on silent all day long. That fucking thing is not going to control my life whatsoever. I am busy living life in the real world, and I use that for work and information that I need at the time. I am not going to fucking be LinkedIn hard as hell all the time. No thank you. I got shit to do, man. I check it once a day, and then I try and work my way through the messages at that point. If I get to it, I get to it. If not, then fuck it. I don't care. Call Trent. He's a nice guy. His is in his face all the time. He's ready to go. I'm Ryan Kruesi. It's Kruesi Originals. Thanks for eating breakfast with me and listening to all my bullshit. Do I have any words of wisdom today? Avoid the clap. Peace.